I am Istanbul, and I have had 3 names: Byzantium, Constantinople, Istanbul. 3 names, 3 empires, 3,000 years. But here's what nobody tells you. Every empire that conquered me didn't tear down what was here before. They built on top of it. Walk through my streets today and you are walking through 3 civilizations at once. Let me show you what that looks like. My first great builders were the Byzantines. In 330 AD, Emperor Constantine moved the entire Roman Empire here, and he brought Roman architecture with him, but twisted it into something new. The Hagia Sophia, built in 537 AD. For 1,000 years, it was the largest cathedral in the world. But the Byzantines didn't just build churches. They built walls, the Theodosian walls. My Byzantine skeleton still exists today. Basilica Cistern, built by Emperor Justinian in 532 AD. A vast underground water reservoir that supplied Constantinople for centuries. Today, it still stands beneath the streets of Istanbul, open to visitors. One of the most extraordinary spaces in the world, the Byzantine Hippodrome, once the social and political heart of Constantinople, became the Sultan Ahmet Square under the Ottomans. Today it is a quiet public park, but the ancient monuments are still there, exactly where they stood 1,600 years ago. The obelisk of Theodosius still stands in Sultan Ahmet Square today. Look at the Galata Tower, built in 1348, not by Byzantines, not by Ottomans, but by Genoese merchants who wanted to control my skyline. Today it is one of Istanbul's most visited landmarks. And in the middle of the Bosphorus, the Maiden's Tower, a tiny island fortress, used by Byzantines, used by Ottomans, turned into a lighthouse, then a museum, then a restaurant, still standing, still in use. Every stone in me tells a different story. Under every mosque, under every Ottoman fountain, the Byzantine traces are still there. That is what makes me unlike any other city on earth. Then came 1453, and a 21-year-old named Mehmed II, Ottoman Sultan, breached my walls with cannons and walked into the Hagia Sophia. But he didn't destroy it. He added 4 minarets to it and turned it into the greatest mosque in the world. This was the Ottoman approach to architecture. Don't erase, absorb, transform. And nobody understood this better than one man, Mimar Sinan, the greatest architect of the Ottoman Empire. His masterpiece was the Süleymaniye Mosque, built in just 7 years. The Süleymaniye sits on one of my 7 hills overlooking the Bosphorus. Mehmed then built Topkapi Palace, overlooking both Europe and Asia. For 400 years, every Ottoman sultan lived here. Every war was planned here. Every alliance was made here. Stand at its gates and look forward. You see the Bosphorus, the Golden Horn, and the Sea of Marmara all at once. Mehmed didn't just build a palace. He built a throne for the center of the world. The sultans who came after Mehmed wanted to leave their own mark on my skyline. A century after Mehmed, Sultan Ahmed I looked out across my hills and saw the Hagia Sophia dominating everything. He wanted to answer it. In 1609, he began building the Blue Mosque, known today as the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, directly across from the Hagia Sophia. 2 domes facing each other across a square, both still standing, both still magnificent. And beneath all of it, the Grand Bazaar, built in 1461, still operating today, the oldest shopping mall in the world. And then came 1923. The Ottoman Empire collapsed. A new nation rose from its ashes, the Republic of Turkey. Mustafa Kemal Ataturk moved the capital to Ankara. For the first time in 1,600 years, I was no longer a capital city, but I was still being built. Ataturk had a vision for a modern Istanbul. New bridges connected my two sides. The first suspension bridge over the Bosphorus opened in 1973, connecting Europe and Asia for the first time in history. Universities, museums, theaters, a new cultural layer was added on top of the Ottoman layer, on top of the Byzantine layer. And today, I am a city of 16 million people, the largest city in Europe. Glass skyscrapers rise next to Ottoman domes. Modern metro lines run beneath Byzantine cisterns. The Grand Bazaar, still selling spices after 500 years, sits 2 streets away from luxury shopping malls. Istanbul doesn't choose between old and new. It holds both at the same time. Today, I am the only city in the world that sits on 2 continents. Stand on the Galata Bridge. Look left, Europe. Look right, Asia. The Bosphorus below carries 50,000 ships every year. The busiest waterway in the world. Nothing was ever truly erased. They say conquerors rewrite history. In my case, every conqueror became part of my history instead. The Roman walls, the Byzantine domes, the Ottoman palaces, the Ataturk boulevards, all of it. Still here, still standing. I am not a city that chose one identity. I am a city that kept them all. I am Istanbul, and I am still being written.